All right. So Salakia ended up getting cut off. All right. But I want to read these two precepts, Luke 12:49, KJV. Then I'm going to jump to the NLT. It says here, I am come to send fire on the earth. Right. And this is the Lord speaking. All right. And what will I if it be already kindled? Okay. So it's looking like the Lord is hoping that this fire is already happening, before he comes. Right. And essentially it is. Okay. Because the scriptures say, with great violence shall that city be thrown down. All right. Babylon. Okay. And that's dealing with America. Okay. So there's going to be already violence, division in the world. And the Lord is coming to bring more, you see. And this is a clue to what the will of the Lord is. It's concerning the nations, all right. In particular, Great Babylon, all right. Okay. Which Great Babylon, all right, is spoken in biblical prophecy to be destroyed. Okay. That's one of the Lord's hopes. That's one thing he's going to establish when he comes. This is Luke 21:25, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars. Yeah, we've been seeing solar, lunar eclipses. Those are all signs. Those are all tokens. All right. Letting us know that, the day of the Lord is here. Okay. And the scriptures warn us. It lets us know that these things are coming. Let me see here. Let me just cue this up really quick, Slaki. Oops. It's 9. But all right, so going back, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars and upon the earth, distress of nations. Right? And see the word distress. All right. That's a bad word. All right. It says a circumstance that causes anxiety or hardship. All right. And that's what that video I showed. All right. From that movie, Sicario, The Day of Soldado. Soldado, Salaki, on my pronunciation. It showed that. That's gonna show. That's gonna push anxiety throughout this society. All right. It says here, from Vulgar, Latin, districtia, restraint, affliction, narrowness, distress. From Latin, destructus, past participle, distringe, if I'm saying it right. Draw apart, hinder, to draw apart. Right. And that sounds like division to me. Okay. Hinder, compel, coerce. All right. Draw tight, press together, straits. So distress among nations, excuse me. People are going to be straits. All right. Meaning a difficult position. Right. So distress of nations with perplexity. All right. And this is what the scriptures is forewarning. All right. With perplexity. You can go into this word perplexity. All right. Check this out. And these are the things we're going to be seeing in this earth. All right. It says bewilderment, doubt, uncertainty. And the masses of the people are going to be bewildered. All right. The masses of the people are going to be in doubt because society is going to break down. All right. And not only is it breaking down monetarily, not only is the moral fabric of society breaking down through decadence and a heavy push of, immoral, perverse acts. Not only is it being pushed down society is falling by these means. It's falling by all sorts of means, which now, human on human conflict. All right. All right. So the scriptures is on point with where we at in the world. All right. Or I could say that the other way around, because we don't give credit to, we give credit to the scriptures. All right. It says confused, involved, interwoven. You see, that's why the scriptures say a good soldier wouldn't entangle himself, you know, and people are going to be entangled with the calamities that take place. All right. People are already entangled, arguing on the internet about things they don't have no clue of what they speak of. We understand where this is headed. All right. So people are going to be bewildered. All right. Doubtful. It says here, puzzled. They're going to be confused. And this is the main point here. They're going to be confused at what's going on. All right. But the prophets, all right, teachers, all right, have the play-by-play. Okay. So let's go back. Slovakia. Right, so with perplexity, the sea and waves roaring, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars and upon the earth, distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring, right? Okay, men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken. And this represents the governments, all right? And then that's when Esau is going to swoop in with the order, all right? Okay, so, and what you have to also understand, because another aspect of what's going on in the world is that the Lord has control over the powers that be, and he's using them for a certain thing, all right? Revelation 6, all right, 4 goes into it, the Lord is giving power to let's see here. The Lord is giving power to, and I don't want to go too deep or 3 deep, but Revelation 6 and 4, just to show you that, the Lord is giving power for certain entities to do a certain will, his will, right? Revelation 6:4 says, and there went out another horse that was red. All right. The horse represents power. Okay. And that it was red. Okay. And that's pointing to a particular somebody, which you should know. All right. Esau, Edom. Edom, meaning the Hebrew word for Edom is Adawam, which means red. Okay. It says, and given power, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. And that's the point. Power was given to him that sat thereon. All right, it was given to the person that had this power, which is Esau, Edom, the red man. All right, to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. What? And that's going to be through war. Right? And there was given unto him a great sword. And that's his military might. All right. Because this goes back to the blessing. All right. The blessing that Esau received from his father Isaac. That's Genesis 27:40. All right. And essentially the Lord is using him to bring about certain conflicts in the world to ultimately bring, about the will of the Lord, but also in particular to bring certain judgments. All right. Job 14:5 says, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. All right. And who has the power to do that, to appoint the bounds that someone can't pass? That's the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shemel Shai. All right. And what's happening is the Lord is, bringing down the power of Babylon, the daughter of Babylon. All right. The mystery of iniquity, Esau, Edom. Okay. So it says here, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. Turn from him that he may rest till he accomplish as an hireling his day. And that's what Esau is doing, accomplishing, as an hireling his day. All right. And the Lord said what? He reserves the wicked for the day of evil. All right. That's Proverbs 16:4. And that's what's going on. That's what's taking place as well. All right. And I'm going to get back to the point, because we're coming into this totalitarian system. And this crisis, among other crises, is going to propel us into that totalitarian state where, there's going to be a heavy surveillance. It's going to be like a prison state. All right. And you're going to have famines and plagues, which are going to also draw us closer to that totalitarian state, the NWO, right? Which they're going to have the RFID chip be implemented so that they can have full control. This is all about control. All right. So these are what these events are leading to. Okay. And the scriptures let us know. All right. So Salaki. Proverbs 16:4, the Lord hath made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. All right. So the Lord created the wicked for the day of evil. This is the NLT, Proverbs 16:4. Let's see if it goes. It says the Lord has made everything for his own purposes, even the wicked for a day of disaster. That right? And that's what the Lord is doing. All right, reserving and using ultimately Esau. Here, I got this one. Psalm, because he using him as a whipping stick. All right. I mean, we always bring these precepts out, but this is it's an important dynamic that you got to understand when understanding where these events and why these events are leading to certain things. All right. Psalm 17:13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. All right. So the wicked is the Lord's sword. He can use them any way he wants. Right. From men which are thy hand. All right. So the Lord uses men to bring forth, his power. All right. The hand meaning his power or his strength. It goes into the Hebrew word yad, right? Because that's what the Lord is wielding the sons of men or the sons of the wicked to do certain things. Also, as well, the sons of men. All right. He's using the sons of men, waking them up to come against the sons of the wicked. All right. All in a melee for his people. All right. Which he's waking the sons of God up. All right. His sons up. O Lord, from men of the world, which have their portion in this life, in whose belly thou fillest with thy hid treasure. So the Lord, all right, he can raise, as the scriptures say, he raises up the bases of men. They are full of children and leave the rest of their substance to their babes. All right, so we got Daniel as well. Might as well bring these out, because I made the point. Daniel 4:17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, right, and set it up over it the bases of men, right. And so the Lord has the power to do so. And the bases of men are the impudent men, the stupid men, and we see the impudent, stupid men in rulership positions all over the world. All right, and that's what the Lord is doing. That's the Lord's doing. Okay, why? Because he is the author of this thing. This is Isaiah 58 and 55:8. It says, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, said the Lord Yahweh. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than yours." Right, and this explains why. Human logic can't understand why the Lord is doing a certain thing the way he's doing it. It's because it's his purpose. Ultimately, he thinks on a very, a level very higher than we can possibly fathom. And of course, the outcome is going to be his desired effect, ultimately leading to a righteous world by punishing the wicked through these different events. All right, so these events are set up for many reasons. All right, to bring judgment. All right, to bring an occasion against the wicked. Ultimately, leading to the wicked's demise. You know, so the Lord can use the wicked to do a righteous act. Okay, it's his way. As you see, his thoughts are not our thoughts, right? And it takes a God to move in that manner. All right. So going back, because I know I'm all Lord willing, ain't all over the place. All right, because these events these events are propelling us into that totalitarian state. All right. So another aspect of what's being taking place, all right, or another thing that can spawn from the migrants, these defiant migrants who are probably sleeper cells, it can bring in that heavy push for surveillance, which that's the digital ID. All right. Okay. And this is something else, but I'm sure you Akim have heard of this. All right. And we hear in the news, we see what they're saying in the news about a certain disease. All right. A certain disease. All right. Disease X. Okay. So different ways to digital ID, identity, news digest. These are all the different articles about digital ID. And let me tell you, this is a real thing. All right. They're already using this component in society. All right. And eventually it's going to come down to this being a permanent application. So these are just different articles, all right, to show you where they're at with this whole digital ID and how it's being used in society right now. It says investigative tech on the table after Dublin riots. Prime Minister and head of government is suggesting that new investigation technologies may be used to track down individuals involved in violent riots in Dublin this week, right? So this ain't, just exclusive to Dublin. The digital ID is something that they've been talking about in the World Economic Forum, and delegates from hundreds of different countries come together to talk about these issues. They just had the meeting at Davos, all right, where the lady was coughing on, she was spreading that X on unsuspecting members of World Council, World Economic Forum. All right, she was spreading her juices. All right, so it says right. So they're using this new investigative technologies, which is digital ID, may be used to track down individuals involved in violent riots in Dublin this week. Speaking in Dublin Castle, I can't pronounce this. Taos Asik Leo Varadkar, excuse me on that, but it said his government is bringing through legislation at the moment around the use of CCTV, noting that the Garda police, all right, force had collected a huge amount of CCTV evidence from the city center. All right, and so the reason why I'm bringing this up, because what, there's going to be a spike in crime. That's no ifs, ands, buts, and about it. They're talking about it. They're seeing it. There's a spike of crime among immigrants right now. All right, that's a real thing. We're not making this up. Okay, and we can look it up. All right. Oops. Check this out. Here. Increased illegal immigration brings increased crime. Almost two-thirds of federal arrests involve non-citizens. That right there. All right. So I ain't making it up. Okay. We ain't making it up. So that's just in Dublin. That's just in one part of the world. These are, well, watch, check this out. UK cops plan wide rollout of mobile facial recognition in 2024. All right. And see, these are the different applications that we've been talking about. You know, them coming in with this NWO and Esau essentially coming down with great rap because he knows that he have a short time. All right. And this ain't just exclusive to the citizens. This is more so exclusive to the prophets too, as well, because we're going to undergo persecution. They're going to say that we're inciters, we incite violence. And I mean, of course, that's the furthest from the truth. You know, we let you know what's going to happen before it happens. You know, hey, don't be mad at the messenger. All right. The Lord is pretty much strategically raised us up in Babylon so that we can give you the judgment, so you can ignore us, so you can receive your damnation, and you be caught up unawares. All right, because the day of the Lord is like a thief in the night, as the scriptures say, roughly paraphrasing. Right? It says United Kingdom's National Police Chiefs Council, MPCC, says a mobile-based facial recognition tool will be rolled out for police across the country in 2024. The tool, dubbed Operator Initiative Facial Recognition, or OIFR, uses NEC's neo-face facial recognition technology to scan a suspect's face, all right, and search for matches in the linked police national database. News of a 50-officer pilot of the system by South Wales Police came to light earlier this month. So it's already being done, okay? And they already have your data, your information, all right? If you open up your phone by facial recognition, the Alphabet crew can go to your company, whatever company you with, and get that data from them, all right? All by an executive order, all right? And that they was given those powers a while ago. Tesla patent details driver recognition and safety system. Why is this in correlation to the digital ID? All right, because every day you're given data concerning your digital ID. All right, whether it's credit cards online, debit cards online, you got to put in your information. All right. So it ain't gonna be no, they don't have to, get everybody to line up outside of a building. All right, to sign up for this thing. You already signed up. All right. And that's why it's important to understand these things, this tidbit information. Tesla patent details driver recognition and safety system. Tesla has filed a patent for a multi-sensor system that would recognize a vehicle's driver and watch for signs of incapacitation. The patent details how such a system could use facial recognition to recognize and greet the driver and automatically adjust the driver's or the vehicle's personalization setting to the driver's preference. Sensors would also detect the position of a vehicle's occupants and adjust things like air conditioning and music to optimal levels. Sensors would also monitor the body position of the driver to detect potential incapacitation, engaging an emergency system in such an event. That's probably why they recalled all the Teslas. All right. Some of you probably thought, it was from the movie. No, they're doing something. They're doing something different. But yeah, either way, it don't matter either way. All right. Apple shutters Touch ID manufacturing systems report. Apple has reportedly shut down most of the manufacturing equipment used to make the chips used in its Touch ID fingerprint scanning system, according to a perturbed insider. In reporting the news, Mac Rumors cites an integrated circuit expert on Weibo, who has a track record for sharing information about Apple's plans. The Weibo user says that the only Touch ID manufacturing systems still in use are producing components for the iPhone SE, which uses fingerprint recognition instead of facial recognition for user authentication. The claims have prompted speculation that the next iPhone SE will embrace Apple's Face ID system. Okay. Just showing you, it's plenty of stuff. All right. Swiss government proposed free state-run mobile ID. And the mobile ID is happening all over the United States right now, especially when it comes to travel. So travel is a huge implication of the reason why, they want to control travel. Is a huge implication of why, they have been adding this digital ID applications all over, within the frameworks of society. Salaki. All right. We know other things like CBDC I mentioned earlier is a big aspect of the direction that the this society is going into, which ultimately this right here and other and the possible events that might take place can lead us into a totalitarian system where these, how can I say, science fiction depictions could become a reality. All right. It's very plausible. It's very real. All right. Let's see. Ezekiel 12 and 27. Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say, the vision that he seeth is for many days to come, and he prophesies of times that are far off. Don't look like this stuff is far off anymore. All right. This is for you Israelites who don't want to pay attention to what the fuck is going on. All right. It says, let's see. Therefore say unto them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh power, there shall none of my words be prolonged anymore, but the word which I have spoken shall be done, said the Lord God. Right. And what is that? Okay. That's, these prophecies that we talk about all the time. All right. Especially concerning the world, our world. All right. 2 Ezra 9:1, it says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the eyes will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, I really want another precept, Slakia. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. All right. And so we're seeing those things. Okay. Here, this is, let me see. Man. I had a precept in mind. Lord willing to come back. But, let's see if we can find some more. Here we go. So, it says Indonesian legislation would require digital ID enrollment. Lord willing, I remember that precept. It says Indonesian authorities, in contrast, have announced legislation that will require citizens to enroll in a digital ID system, which will be issued by an electronic certification provider. And they have those all over. We deal with those on a daily basis. All right. Two forms of identity. What is that? I forget how you say it. It might come. All right. Electronic certification provider that has already been selected by the government, like the Swiss. However, the Indonesian government is also stressing its prioritizing of data security. And you notice too that this ain't just exclusive to, I know I said this earlier, but this ain't just exclusive to just one place. You start to see a trend, a global trend. All right. Why? Because all all societies, all right, are headed towards the M.o.t.b. All right. So let's see here. It says Indonesian government is also stressing its prioritization of data security. All right, we have created a so-called digital ID that will circulate in cyberspace in accordance with the personal data protection law. You can forget about that. And Samuel Abrijani Panjarapan, whatever, the Director General of Application and Informatics in the Ministry of Communication and Informatics and Transactions. Only we and the parties with whom we transact will know our data, he added. Yeah, so there's plenty of articles on what's happening in the world and why they're using digital ID. All right, one being violence, So yeah, yes, for the love of me, I can't remember the precept. So I mean, I guess that pretty much concludes the lesson. I got this Psalms 56. Let's see. Psalms 56 and 2. Mine enemies would daily swallow me up, for they be many that fight against me. O thou most high, what time I am afraid, I will trust in thee. That's right. Because there will be a cataclysmic, however you say, it's gonna be a catastrophe. Although it's certain there's gonna be catastrophes all over the world. All right, and it's gonna change the world. All right, and we know Esau's at the helm of it. He's at the forefront of it, and eventually, he has his, his what he wants to do. But the Lord is going to protect the elect from it. All right, which pretty much he wants to garner all control, and the way he's going to do that is by getting you to be part of this system. All right, which the RFID chip plays a major role. All right, because you're going to have to be enrolled in all of this digital ID. All right. So that you can be part of the system, because when things go bad, Esau's going to come in like the savior. All right. And to maintain control, he is going to, bring in certain things to keep that control. All right. Which, the scriptures say in Revelations 13th chapter. It's like I am getting tired. So. All right. So this is the end game, right? Revelations 13. Okay, but let me go back. What time I am afraid, I will trust in thee, and God, I will praise his word. Okay, now they coming.